Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I represent Bahamian people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Right between West and Augusta, where them two roads meet, they call it Wilkinson Street. Manners and respect was like a sign blank check. It seems the ones that coming after quick to disrespect. You see, this life in the ghetto never easy. So many hungry days break till it grieve me. But I doing the best I can, trying to turn my dollar to 100 grand. I represent the ghetto people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro.
Good night, Bahamas, and welcome to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It's always a pleasure to be your host on this wonderful Friday evening. It's getting to be night. I would like for each and every one of you to drive safely and please enjoy yourself tonight, because that's what the Bahamas is supposed to be, a place where you can work and at the end of the day you take out the one you love, your family, and enjoy yourself, because what's going on right now in our country is not Bahamian-like, and we need to get back to our roots where we could really enjoy the 700 islands, 700 kids in this wonderful archipelago which the Lord God has blessed us with. The most beautiful, peaceful, and most loveliest place in the world to be, surrounded by sea, the most beautiful air, the most beautiful salt water, and the most beautiful hospitality people in the world. It's always a pleasure to be a host on Guardian Radio 96.9. Telephone tonight, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. And you can text us at 422GR96. You could also listen to the 961 channel on Cable Bahamas, because, you know, our 969 channel has been down for a little while, but you can listen in the 961. I'm your host, Valentino Brown. I have so many nicknames: Mayor, MP, Scoochie, Scrooge, Daddy. So many names that I've accumulated over the years because of the work that I've put in. So I'm very thankful each and every one of you that takes the time out to listen to Inside Inner City, a small show on Guardian Radio, talks about the life of everyday Bahamians, find solution, apply those solutions, and continue to talk about the problems that we face, and encouraging our leaders, our church leaders, community leaders, individual citizens to let's take back the Bahamas. We have the power. You know, we can't just rely on government and the churches. The power is in our hands to change the dynamics of the way our country is going. We all have to contribute to the development of this country. So it's my pleasure to be your host on this wonderful Friday. Today, you know, Omar Thompson be coming back in. You know, he's always late. I think he's on his way. Well, until then, we want to continue the conversation we had last week concerning females. And you know, we talked about the males over and over on this show for many, many years, but are we truly knocking the real issue? All these are real issues. But what is so special about our females in this country? You know, we talk about the females are the mother of the nation, that everyone born, male or female, comes out of the female. But is that exactly true? Is it exactly true, or we have emphasized where we're saying that the woman is the mother of mankind? But if we read the Bible, this is not to take a knock on the females. I'm all for the fact that, yeah, they said that, you know, woman is the lifeline of mankind. But if you read the Bible closely, it tells you that it was Adam and Eve, and some people speculate that there are other people on earth after Adam and Eve. Yes, Adam and Eve had children after Cain and Abel, okay? He had brothers and sisters, and the Bible can tell you that. You just got to read. There was less than 2%. They had other children. But if we listen to the scriptures quite clearly, I think we have gotten it wrong. If I'm right when I read, it was Adam first, and woman was not even in the making. The animals were here, the birds and all the stuff, and God created the earth and all that stuff, and then He rested on the seventh day, which is a Sabbath, which is Saturday, and He did not make woman the same time as man. And if you listen closely to the scriptures, they were not made at the same time. If you listen to the scriptures, it shows you that Adam was here and he was doing God's way to and fro in the Garden of Eden. And they said that he got bored, he got lonely because he saw the animals, the elephants. What we call elephants now are actually dinosaurs back in the day. They were the first animals. See, people need to do their history and really look at the fact that these bones they're digging up all over the world, they were the first set of animals after the flood. Then animals changed after the flood. You understand? So the dinosaurs were actually the first set of animals, and the second set we're seeing now is the second generation of the animals from the first set of dinosaurs, what we call dinosaurs. Because if you look closely, you'd see the mammoth, right? It's close relative to the elephant. Okay, the saber-toothed tiger is a close relative of, certain other tigers. Am I correct? And then we could go on and on with a list of other animals, and all this because of the great flood. But the point I'm trying to make is this. If we look, they said that when he was lonely, that Adam was put to sleep, and that God took out one of his ribs, and in the process, he created woman. So who created who? Man was here first. God decided that man was lonely, and he decided to give him a companion, which he put Adam to sleep, and he took out the ribs. So if you look at it, man is the foundation of mankind, not woman. After the great flood, woman became, at the same time as Adam and Eve and stuff like that, woman became the mother of mankind because, Adam and Eve had children and, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, so I just wanted to give that point, and then I'm going to get to the topic that I want to speak upon. We have a caller ready? We're on it right now. We can take the call in a few minutes. Okay, so I want to start off first that I respect all females in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Okay? So like I said, man.
Yeah.
Good night. Go ahead, man.
All it is to talk, why so long?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. But I ain't time to really get in the conversation yet, but I'm going to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, I want to correct you on something.
Go ahead.
We need justice, law, and order in this country. What I want to say is, right, a dinosaur is not an animal. Dinosaur is a creature. Another thing is, right, God did not create woman. He created Adam and took the woman out of Adam's rib.
If you listen closely, I'm saying all that. I don't know what the point you're trying to make, but I've said all that. I said that
because you didn't say that.
Well, you wasn't listening. If you was listening,
I was listening straight. I was right there.
Yeah, but you wasn't. I don't have time to even get in an argument like that because I'm not all about that. I know what I said. I said that God created Adam and God put Adam to sleep and He took the ribs out of Adam and created woman. That's what I said. All right. So if you listen closely. That's what I said. So, yeah. So the whole point, what I'm trying to say, before I get interrupted from someone who wanted to give their opinion, if they're listening fully to the conversation, because I know what I read and I know what I said. Okay? Yes. So, women, who in the Bahamas now, it's not the same women 60, 70, 80 years ago, who would wear dress, who would, be a wife-like material, as well as the husband being a husband-like material, because whatever the husband puts into the relationship, the woman will actually duplicate that, and they become one and they have children, and etc. Our females today, they're beautiful, they're lacking nothing, but many of them who are living today have lost their morals. And I'm not being disrespectful to the woman because we talk so much about the men. But our men have also lost their morals as well. And we have gone in a tailspin now. Okay, and a tailspin means this. Our females are becoming more manly. And when I say manly means that I'm not saying a woman should cook and clean. I'm talking about a relationship where sometimes the boyfriend, he could clean the house. Sometimes the female could clean the house. Sometimes, when she get paid, she could share a check just as well as the males. When he get a check, he can share it. They could share a car. They could get together and say, we're gonna buy you a car first, and I'm gonna buy me a car. But the two cars is our cars, and we're gonna share it. So it's not like I want the woman cook every day, clean every day. No. I'm talking about a bi-partnership where we working together to build a better relationship and to build a family structure. The females nowadays, when it comes to their dress code, first of all, they are beautiful. We have some of the most beautiful set of females in the world in the Bahamas. You look at them on the bus stop, you look at them walking in the street, you look at them in the churches, you look at them not in schools. You know what I mean? Where would they set females naturally? They're beautiful, and I don't understand female being so beautiful. What? But I know they put all kind of artificial stuff on them. They're already beautiful. I don't understand it. Your manga skin is dark and lovely, and then you want to put on all the eyelashes and then the hair and all that excessive stuff. But what about your natural beauty that God has given you? That no cosmetic, no makeup, no nothing is equivalent to your natural beauty. And then we have some who bleach their skin out and they're brown skin or they're dark, and they feel that their darkness is not good enough, so they bleach. I'm not hitting no point on nobody. Then they give themselves skin cancer. And then we have females nowadays who don't even see their end of the month. End of the month means their period because they're taking shots because they don't want to get pregnant. I don't understand why would you want to take shot if you don't want to get pregnant. Then why would you want to have sex? You understand? It doesn't make no sense because when you're having sex is not for pleasure. Okay? Sex is for you meeting a companion, and when you all do it, you're doing it for a good cause. Because when you have sex, there's consequences. There's sperm, and there's her fertilizing egg, and then there's the cycle, and then there's impregnation, and then after that, you bring in a child in the world, and you're going to be responsible for this child for the rest of your days, he or she. So knowing that, many women would go to the hospital, and they would take these shots where they would see their end of the month, but not knowing to them that these end of the month shots where you're seeing your cycle, God is cleansing you out, but you're so focused on not getting pregnant for some particular reason. Either you don't want your husband to know you're having sex with the next guy, or etc. So you don't want to get pregnant, or you don't get pregnant for the person you're with because you say you don't want to have no child. So in doing so, you're taking a shot. I want y'all ladies to do your research. These shots y'all taking for y'all where y'all don't see y'all end of the month. Do y'all know this actually giving y'all cancer? Do y'all know that? You're supposed to see your end of the month cycle. It's a reason why the Father gave you that. But you're going to listen to the doctors. You're going to listen to some friends. So imagine all that issue of blood inside you, which is supposed to come out at the end of the month. And that stays inside of you. And you have constant sex. And guys, you think what is going to happen. Think what's going to happen. It gives you cancer, blood clot. All of these stuff adds up to that. So I'm encouraging females out there, do your research. Remember that your body is the temple of the Lord. Okay? And first, I'm going to start the show on this note. I want to say, first of all, we have to empower women. We talk so much about the males, but our females who are single parents, need to be empowered in this country. And I applaud the Fox Foundation for what they have established. Not only I'm encouraging Lenahan Bahamas, my partner organization, and you can hear more about my personal organization. It's called Movement for Change, and that's going to be an empowerment program that goes on in the Grandstand community that we're trying to at least get 15 small businesses started every year. We're going to find 15 persons who are committed and serious about starting small business in any city community that we reside in. And we're going to get funding for them to start their small business in the community. Because in order to change the dynamics of our community, we're going to empower individuals in their community to have a stakeholder in their community. So we're going to try to see if we get some barbers, some small convenience store, some hair braiders, some conch stands, and etc. 15. And some other person who want to join the program, they might want to start something creative, a small program. We are willing to help those individuals in the Grandstand community. So I just want to applaud the Fox Foundation for what they have started, because it's key that we empower the females and women and give them an opportunity to feel good over themselves and become business owners in this country. So I want to play a flick from the Fox Foundation. Mr. Ali Road, could we play that, please?
Is to target female ages 16 to 35 to provide them with an opportunity to receive grants to either start or grow a new business.
And that opportunity, according to the co-founder of the Fox Foundation, Adriana Fox, can be life-changing. The foundation has launched its first women's entrepreneurship episode, giving young women a chance to become girl bosses.
We do believe that females that age need the support to definitely get their entrepreneurship journey going.
Fox says they've recognized the roadblocks women face in starting a business, and they're here to help.
The issues that persons ages 16 to 35 do, face on starting a business, and we believe that with us assisting them and showing them the support, that you are going to have probably a mentorship and also grants to accelerate your business and get it to the level of what it is. So we know that the age is 16 to 35, but we wanted to, assist those who are faced with those obstacles.
For volunteers Melissa McCartney and Janice Carey, they believe it will help expand opportunities. So what exactly will they be looking for during the selection process?
A panel of professionals who will do a thorough evaluation process whereby we would look at applications based on their innovation, the feasibility of their business ideas, their understanding of the financials, and how this business would be able to impact our community in the Bahamas.
Young females can apply by submitting a business proposal along with a 90-second video stating who they are, what their business is about, and how can this grant help further their business.
Now, Fox says the grants will be need-based with the hopes of giving businesses exactly what they need to thrive.
We haven't decided on what that amount is going to be. I want to see exactly what applications and videos and business ideas we do receive in order to say, pick right grants for the winners.
So if they've piqued your interest and you meet the criteria, here's how you can apply.
We've launched the application process where you can find that application on the Fox Foundation Instagram and Facebook page. Once you hit the link, you would receive the application. You would then download that application and send that application into foxfoundationbah@gmail.com with your 90 seconds video.
Wow. Just what I'm talking about. If we want to change the dynamics of this country, we're going to have to invest in our citizens. We're going to invest in the schools. We're going to invest in the community. We're going to have to build up the communities. And then we're going to have to put investments in the schools like training, parenting classes, money management classes and small business in the school. We're going to have to develop the community where we look for spaces in the community that can be bought. The government now is saying that they're looking at lots and stuff like that, overgrown and abandoned houses to either give the owners an option of selling or the option of taking or buying the property from individuals who have not paid attention to their property for many years and making it into something useful. Either you could buy it from the owners, who have the property, they're doing nothing, and you could say, you know what, we have 15 people like what we're doing now in the Grandstand area. We're getting ready to launch that the third phase of the development of the Grandstand community. You know, as to say, you know, we're going to get 15 people, like I stated, every year. We're going to train them properly, monitor them properly, you know, and give them the tools that they need to start a small business inside the inner city community. You know, and that's what it's all about. And females are key as well, because if you look at the way how our females act in the way today, you would see many of them, you know, are becoming manly means that, you know, they don't want a man to lead them no more. They don't need a man. They're independent, you know, and they make a lot of mistakes, you know. Which, and I'm saying, you have to be a man who has a head on his body and who's a real man, because not because you say you're a man means you're a man. You know, because you could be 50 and still acting like a child, you know, child behavior, child action. You know, that don't make you a man. What makes you a man or woman is when you can make the right decision, depending on what you're doing in your life. When you could say what is right, what is wrong, and this is what needs to happen in my life, or this is what needs to happen in our life for me and you to get somewhere in the near future. That's what makes you a man. Having reasonable conversation. You know, sometimes you let the woman talk, let her give her side of the story without you remain quiet. And then when she's finished, you say, now can I have a say? And then you have your say. And then you can continue the process of understanding one another. You know, that's what being a man or that's what being a woman all about. You know, making the right decision. Know how to de-escalate the situation. You know, not intensify the situation. And we need more parenting classes in the school. So I applaud the Fox Foundation. If anyone is listening, especially females, and you want to try and apply, you know, I hope there's not a lot of red tape, and, you know, because people are really frustrated. They want an opportunity to start a small business. But, you know, I'm not saying it's the Fox Foundation, but I know there's a lot of red tape in getting grants. So I'm hopeful that the Fox Foundation make it easy as possible for them to give it a grant. But I also want those who are applying for the grant, I understand that the Fox Foundation is providing grants, but you also have to be a person who can qualify yourself or try your best to qualify so that you could get the grant. You have to be on your best behavior. You have to do what they ask you to do the best way appropriate. But I'm still asking the Fox Foundation to please be lenient on those who come to them because they're in need, and they might not know how to go about it to start a small business, and you might not want to, you know, put them on the grant program because, you know, you feel they're ineligible to get a grant. So I'm encouraging that even the organization is helping, there are going to be some glitches between those applying, you know, and then the Fox Foundation organization giving the grants, you know. But it's logistics that can be worked out. You know, it's a step in the right direction to start empowering women in the country, as well as men with the small business, you know, initiative. And this is coming from a private sector. I myself, along with Leonard Bahamas and my organization, Movement with Change, we also are going into this phase now. This is the phase that I wanted to go in when I reached this so far in the development of the Lewis, Hay, and Taylor Street company that I have in that particular community. I wanted to be able to provide business opportunities for those in the community. But first, it needed to clean up, etc. First, you have to gain people's trust, you know, and show them that you're not about the money, you're not about politics, you're concerned about your country and your community, and you want the best for them. And that's what I've been able to establish. And I'm seeing now that it's working in our community. See, people who come on this radio and talk, you know, some of these callers, you know, they'd be talking, you know, talk. Let me tell you all something. Some of you all will be the biggest problem because you're looking to criticize or say something. No, man, brother. Let me tell you all something. What you need to go do, look at yourself in the mirror, and like Wayne Monroe said, the Minister of National Security, what are you doing? Who are you helping? To better themselves. You know, take a look in the mirror, you know. Quick to talk. You're like quick to talk. You know, those who don't do nothing just like to talk, they be the biggest problem to our country. And I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. You understand? I've been doing for this country for over 25 years with dealing with the leaders. Fighting for the poor and needy. Fighting for those who don't have a voice. Freely. And guess what? With God on your side, we are about the voice this thing wide open now, because I'm glad to see organizations like the Fox Foundation, now the government has been doing small business initiative, which we started in 2013 along with Samantha Roll from the Office of the Prime Minister, called the Urban Design Lab. So we're seeing the government now, we're seeing private sectors. I'm encouraging other private sectors to also go into the business of empowering people wherever they are in Nassau. So I'm asking civil organization to start a small business initiative. You might want to do it for the females. You might want to do it for the guys. You might want to do it for the kids. Let's invest more. Let's turn a lot of people business-minded, because when we turn them business-minded, they'll also become small, and they would also become, some would become workers, and the money would trickle down. So I'm encouraging organization, civic groups, to start an empowerment program to empower those who come to your program. You know, it's very important. So to our females, you know, be encouraged. Be encouraged, females. You know, you guys are leaders just as well as us. And we can't carry this country forward unless we can create a family structure. We have to create an environment in this country where women can be empowered and men can be empowered. And eventually, all of this, what we've been going through now with this poverty and crime, eventually, if we do these things in a 15, 20 year, program, non-continuous, empowering women, empowering males, also putting the proper procedures in place in the schools, teaching them small business and, you know, fisheries and et cetera, we could get ahead of the problem, because once we start now, we start to build more business-minded people, and people will become more hundredaires, thousandaires, and then eventually we'd see a decrease in the crime issue in our country and the poverty issue in our country. And that would solve a lot of our problems. It would take care of itself. And this is the right way to go. You know, we're not going to leave God out. The reason I don't talk about God's great truth is because God said we have the power. You know, we have the power, you know. So we here on this earth, we have the power to make a big difference. Okay, my producer said we're going to take a break and be right back on Inside the Inner City on Guardian Radio.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I represent Bahamian people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Right between West and Augusta, where them two roads meet, they call it Wilkinson Street. Manners and respect was like a sign blank check. It seems the ones that coming after quick to disrespect. You see, this life in the ghetto never easy. So many hungry days break till it grieve me. But I doing the best I can, trying to turn my dollar to 100 grand. I represent the ghetto people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Ghetto. Don't take no back talk, no bribe or no joke. If you find fire, you definitely find smoke. Bintan, bro.
The new Guardian Radio app is here. Listen live to all our Guardian Radio shows and live video stream select programs in our studio. Get information about Guardian Radio shows and our hosts. Send messages, including text, email, and even call. All from our amazing new Guardian Radio app. Download it free today in your App Store for your Apple device or Play Store for your Android device. The all-new and improved Guardian Radio app.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Always on the go? Missed the show? You can now listen to Guardian Radio talk shows anytime, anywhere on Spotify and YouTube by searching Guardian Radio 96.9 FM or by entering the name of your favorite show. You can also listen by logging on to GuardianTalkRadio.com and clicking on the podcast tab. Guardian Radio, continuing to provide you with fresh news and smart talk anywhere, anytime, all day.
Saturday, March 9th at Collins Estates Grounds, Collins Avenue, and Shirley Street. It's March Madness Grill Fest beginning at 12 p.m. There'll be lots of grilled food and tasty dishes. Grilled chicken, beef, fish, grilled duck, grilled this, skunk fritters, shrimp rolls, and fried barry too. Native sweets and treats, ice cold drinks, leaded and unleaded. Domino and bingo tournament, live band and DJs. Proceeds in aid of our Disability Awareness Summer Camp and Young Canoe Group. For more information, call 804-1773. Powered by Bacadas and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force.
It's that time of year to join the movement. It's time for the annual Guardian Media's Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise Fair. Saturday, March 2nd at the Mola Marathon. Starting at 10 a.m. Admission is free. Come and receive free health screenings by the walk-in clinic, fantastic product info, and sound financial advice. Participate in the exercise demonstrations by Natasha Brown, Outdoor Fitness Bahamas, and RF Exposure. There will also be a CPR demonstration by Superior Care, plus live performances by Blawdy, Johnny Cake, Shine, and Carrington McKenzie, ending with a Saxon superstar Junkanu Rush Out. Join the movement. It's the annual Nassau Guardians Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise Fair, Saturday, March 2nd at the Mall at Marathon.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I represent Bahamian people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up in town, bro.
Good night, Bahamas. And that music was made specifically for the show and for the Bintan community and the whole Nassau at heart. And sometimes I talk about the inner city, but Andros, Berry Islands, Cat Island, all that's in the city. I would like for sometimes, if they're in Cat Island, I had some people call it from Harbor Island. One or two times I had some people call from the Family Island. But also the Family Islands are in the inner city. So as my show progress in the near future, I would start to talk about the inner city and also on those Family Islands because, God gave me an opportunity to talk about the inner city. And I talk a lot about Nassau and Providence, but there are many inner cities in the Bahamas. And I would like to hear their story as well and show support and give solutions to their problems in the Family Islands. So I want to also say I did not leave you guys out, but I always once in a while talk about the airports and the hospital and etc. and the build-up of the Family Island. We want to talk a little bit more about that as the show continues going on this year. We talk about the Family Islands, talk about also the inner city problems, so yeah. I want to play an audio clip, and I just want the females out there to let you know that you're beautiful. You guys are gems, and we need you in this country. And also we need men to lead our woman in the right direction. We need that family structure again. We need it on a balance where men, again, can be respected in this country. Because woman needs to be led by men. And men also could be led by women because you have a strong man, you have a strong woman, and she could give ideas, she could give suggestions, business-wise on what you need to do with the house or how we're going to invest our money. There are strong women out there, who leads the family. Even though the man provides the bread and butter, you have females out there who would take that money, what the husband or the boyfriend gives, and turn that into triple profit, and they split it and they continue to grow. And that's the kind of thing we want again from our females. Our females are so rough and tough. We're seeing so many involved in illegal activities, wanted for fraudery or some type of, robbery, sometimes even involved in murders, and we're seeing so many of our females, getting killed. And what we need to understand is also a lot of these females we are seeing, their fathers were also killed. So they're fatherless as well. So when we're saying about the fatherless young men, we're forgetting that young men and females are born at the same time. So when we see 100 persons get killed this year, female fathers are also included in that. You know, they just become more manly. You know, they are disrespectful. You can love them and do a lot of stuff for them, but where they're so broken and you go to them and you mean well for them, you know, but where they have so much bad, different relationship, you know, they don't believe that you are true. And they treat you just like how the first or second person treat them, and their heart is broken. And then they feel that no one loves them, and, you know, and they reject men. Sometimes dykes, sometimes what we call sissies because of previous relationships. And some of these men cause it as well because, you know, some of our men take advantage of good women. And some of these women are loyal and they're decent. But the man is bad. You know, and he take advantage of a good woman, and then he hurt her so much that when a good guy comes back to her, she don't want him no more, you know? Even though the guy means the world, but this could be the guy who helps her get a house and help her get a business, and they work together and they have children, but she is not going to allow herself ever again to be, for no one to get close to her again. Sometimes, you know, it's because of the way how we are abandoned society. It's not just the males. Our females are worse than the males nowadays. Yeah, the males might be killing, but also our females kill too, you know. I'd be having conversation. I'm not going to be disrespectful to our females because I'm a man that love women, all right? I admire women, but I'm just saying some things that we need to get right with our females. Do you know that we talk about the males killing? What about the females out there who have the HIV virus? And because they're broken, and someone give it to them, they out there giving it out like left and right. That's murder as well. We just saw it in the Tribune the other day where we had this girl from Cuba, I guess. She came down here beautiful. Beautiful. Man, I say beautiful. And you see, she is accused of passing the sexually transmissive AIDS to different clients in the Bahamas. But you see this girl, she's beautiful. And when you see people like that, they're broken. You understand? So they're going to get other people, you know? They say, I get it, you know, without no remorse. And they're going to sleep with a bunch of guys who weak. You know, you guys who get your decent wife at home or your decent girlfriend and you all want to cheat. And then you go and see one of those fine y'all in the club who just calling you and you see the beauty and you look good. You know, and she could tell you, say, you having sex with me? I don't want you to use no condom. But you see that beauty, or you so hot up, huh? You don't go skin it. You use without condom, but you don't know she's a murderer just as well as the guy pulling the trigger. See, one thing with me, I could tell two sides of the story. You understand? And this is going on in our society right now. Male and female doing this. You understand? Going with multiple partners, it's very dangerous. You know, I'm not saying the world is going to change. I'm just putting something in your head. So if you're listening, you think. And when you're in that situation, hey, you think and think of what I'm saying because you know what I'm saying is the truth. You have girls out there and males out there. But you have a lot of girls in these clubs and they giving it out. They giving you the thing. You know why they say they giving you the thing? They saying, yeah, these guys, them who get their wife, and they come to these places and stuff like that. Yeah, I can ruin them. Because, see, their life is messed up. They saying you married, and they saying that you married, and you come to the nightclub, and you tell them you married, and you see the ring and everything, and you still want to deal with them. They say, yeah, that's the one I do. So you can't back your wife. That's what's going on in our country. It ain't just murder with guns. It's murder with a thing. Huh? And other transmitted sexual diseases because we have a lot of hurt people in this country. Okay, you can play the next flick, please.
Why are men so concerned with women's body count, but men's body count are twice as much, but obviously don't matter?
Well, here's the thing. You have to understand that there's a great difference between males and females. Men and women are not the same. You are not equal, and sex is not the same. for you, okay? Mark their territory. The higher your body count is, the less likely he can bond you and bind you to him as his property, right? Men are takers by nature. They take energy. That's what they do. So the more men that you're with, the more value you lose because you got so many men taken from you, right? After they done took so much from you, what do you have to offer after that? Nothing. So as a woman, why would you want a high body count? Why would you want so many men taken from you so that you can be depressed? You can have anxiety. You can have all of these demons inside of you.
Now, if there's someone who wants to respond to this, what we're saying. So, man and woman are completely different, okay? A man could sleep with multiple women. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. Right? And you can't say bad. But if a woman who is beautiful, nice, and etc., and she go with multiple men, what do we call her? What do we call her? She's even say herself that. She'll say she's a demon. I listen to these girls and then they say there's demons, and you think they joke and they say there's demons. You know? That means, buddy, you could be the nicest guy, and that's what the flick was saying, the clip was saying. You know, where you have so much body counts, now that someone good comes around, who means you good. That's the one who God probably sent to you with all the hardship you're going through, all the bad decision you made about the guy you picked. You're picking a guy who in and out of jail, or you're picking a guy who on the streets, he ain't have no future, or he talking about a gun, he won't rob, he don't like this one, he don't like that one, you know, he can make a sting, you know, and you would be with him. And I'm not criticizing the guy because, like I said, society is abandoning the young man, so society calls him to be that way because you call it neglect, okay? So it's a problem for society also. Our government and churches fail that young man, but that's his way of retaliating because, you know, we abandon a lot of our citizens for the last 50, 60 years. And poverty causes you to lose your sense of direction, your sense of purpose. And the young man that you're dealing with, he, you know, had a hard time growing up. He had no parents in his life, or he could have parents, but the community that he reside in doesn't have the proper equipment like training centers and job opportunity. So he just becomes a person who hangs on the street and hustles. And many of our females go for this. And then they end up in this relationship, having children, and then they break up. And this guy cannot be able to support because he ain't in another jail. And then he get killed. And then you have 2 children for him. And then you're going to have to do your best to grow the child up. Then you go in a different relationship. But you go in a relationship with someone similar to the one that you just lost. You're going to go to a nightclub and see a next young man in the club, probably on nice tennis or something, and you could fall for that. But he has no future. And like I said, I'm not disrespecting the young man. I'm just saying that you're going to make the same decision again. So we have to create a situation that our young men are business-minded and has a purpose, so that when you go to these nightclubs, these young men you're talking to, they have a future. They have a purpose. You understand? And the same thing with our young ladies. You understand? That's what we have to do. We have to build up the male and female. And how we do that? We have to invest. Government, private sectors, the church, the community have to come up with organizations, small civic groups. You know, got to say we got to start to empower the people. You know, and that was one of the reasons when Christ went into the wilderness and he fed the 5,000. You understand? And I could give you the interpretation. See, I ain't no pastor, but God has blessed me with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I could be here to tell you these things. I could look in the Bible and tell you parables and could show you what they mean from 2,000 years ago or 5,000 years ago and show you what he was trying to show you. So in that scenario, when Christ had the 5,000 people and he started to preach and he looked at them, most of them was poor. And he see, because Christ, you know, he could see in the hearts of man. He could see in his stomach. And he could see those who won't listen. And he hear them rumbling. Some of these guys say, man, you're talking about God. You're talking about the Father. Right now, my stomach bubbling. I get children home. You know, as much as I want to listen, I can't be in this man. I distracted. I need to try to get from here and see what I can do to get some food and a couple coins home to my kid. And so he's seeing all that. He's seeing all these 5,000 people, you know. And he's looking at this one, he's looking at this one, he's looking at this one, he's looking at it. And these people are preoccupied. Yes, they into God. Yes, they want to listen. But they can't listen because their stomach bubbling and they're hungry. So these programs we having for these kids and showing these kids on Facebook and stuff like that, we got to have something to give them. We got to give them snipings. We got to give them gift cards to go to Super Bowl even when they get in their training. Because we're dealing with people whose stomach are bubbling, who are poor. So let me go back to feeding the 5,000. So when Christ looked in their hearts, you know, he said, bring me the bread, bring me the fish. And he knew that when he broke those fish and he broke those bread, it multiplied. And he gave it to his disciples and they start to pass around and the basket keep on getting full. Every basket never getting empty. So people wasn't only able to eat their fill, they was also able to grab some fish, some bread, and carry it back home. And then they was able to spread the word of God because they say, wow, you won't believe what happened. You know, we were out there, we were hungry. You know, in this guy, I don't know who he is, you know. I don't believe in no God. But I see it in my own eyes. God did a miracle. You know, this Yahshua, Jesus, what you all call him, you know. And he broke the bread, you know. Showed us what it is that the Father gave to you if you sit down and you listen and you take him seriously. You know, and he broke the bread and he shared that. And then they said all needs was met. So people left from there, 5,000. So he didn't just feed 5,000. He might have feed 30 or 40,000 because each one of those persons going home. And they carry loaves of bread and loaves of fish. So he just would feed 5,000 is more than 5,000 because he said, you know, everything was met. So that means there was left over. Because remember they said keep on multiplying. The one bread and one fish keep on multiplying. You know, that's the magic of the Father. And then Jesus was able, or Yahshua was able to preach to the congregation. And then everyone was happy because everyone barely full. They might even get some wine. They might just talk about the fish and bread, but they might also get wine and a glass of water. And they said, so people sit down and relax. So it's no difference to this day. If we want to make a change in this country, we're going to have to invest. We're going to have to get the poor people stipends, and loans. And we'd see the change around this country. You know, because we show them what it is to love. You understand? So I can interpret knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And the last thing I ask God for is bravery. And the last thing I ask him for, besides the four, I say, Father, if you could bless me, maybe you could fix my restaurant, have my car, and let me see if I could, in the next couple of years, let me see if I can get one $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 off my own. But I'm going to work in my restaurant, and let me see if I can accumulate $1 million in the next 10 years. That's my goal. But at the same time, I wanted to develop the community where you have small businesses so the area can take care of itself while I grow and I can still help more people. That's my goal. I want to see how far I could go in life. I want to hit $1 million off my own. I want to start, I build my restaurant, and then I want to wake in there. If God spell life, and I want to wake myself up from the ground because I started from scratch. You know, the voice clean up. You know, so that's why I'm determined. And I've been working on that program for the last 15 years, and I'm almost finished, so I never give up. We're going to take this call. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside Inner City on Guardian Radio.
Hey, good night, Scrooge. What's up, man?
Good night to you.
I listened with good intent to your reading of the 5,000.
Yes, sir.
However, being an old biblical scholar, I used to teach Sunday school from I was 8 years old.
Yes, sir.
I have a slightly different view.
Go ahead. No, I only given my point of view, but you could go give your
Yeah,
own.
that's what I'm saying. I think I have a slightly different view.
Go ahead, sir.
Because there is something called white magic and something called black magic.
Yes, sir.
And if you take a fish and do some mojo, you turn that into 100 fish.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that is either black or white magic.
Wow.
What I think the meaning of the parable of feeding the 5 and the 4,000 meant
Yes, sir.
He took the fish for the little child and his bread, and he showed them how to break bread and how to share.
Okay.
Now, why I say that is because Pharaoh's wife and all of them, they used to come to those meetings on top. And
Yes, sir. Yes,
there
sir.
is
Go ahead. I like this. Go ahead.
There is no way the uppity class would came to the Sermon on the Mount,
Yes, sir.
would have come there without bringing food, lots of food.
Mm-hmm.
But me and you probably couldn't get that because of who they were.
Okay, I
But what
understand.
Jesus did,
That
he
class.
showed them how to share.
Okay,
He took
okay.
the little boy's lunch and share. So everybody, Pharaoh's wife, and everybody who was there,
Okay.
partaking in sharing, and they shared their food, and then it was left over with several baskets full.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
You see that I mean, that's my
No.
interpretation.
It makes sense. It makes sense too, because also it's the same thing we're talking about. Also about sharing. And we want to be able to teach people to share. We want to teach the high society, the low class society, and everyone to share. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, that was my interpretation, because right after that,
Yes, sir.
he had to go feed the 4,000.
The 4,000.
And they didn't say eat there no fish and 2 loaves of bread from nobody there.
Yes, sir.
But he did the same thing. He taught them how to share.
Wow.
Share like.
Wow.
And that was the lesson I got from the feeding of the
Okay.
5,000.
Excellent. That's what this.
Thanks for taking my call.
No problem, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate it for the insight. Yes, that's very wonderful. And it makes sense. But overall, it makes sense how we're talking about what we're talking about, because it shows you what we need to do and what direction we need to go into. Okay? And that's the direction we need to go into. We have to share. You understand? He said, the gentleman talked about the Pharaoh. Them having the bread and fish. And they didn't want to share to probably, the poor people who going to listen to Christ. They would come to listen to Yahshua. That's what the gentleman's saying. And they would bring their congregation. They had a lot of food, and they have more than abundance. But, they didn't want to share. So Christ used a little boy, like the gentleman is saying, or a little girl, and he grabbed their fish and bread, and he cracked it in half, and he shared in couple pieces to a couple of kids. And in turn, those who were the pharaohs and high people who believed they were better than people, they saw what he was doing, they were listening to him, so he teach them. If I'm thinking what I'm interpreting what the caller said, and that's what he is saying. So he teach them how to share. So he teach the most powerful set of people how to share with the less fortunate. And that's what we want to do in this country today. Okay? And you heard the Fleck clip talked about how females having multiple partners, and the sperm that goes into the female from those multiple partners stays in the female. So if they are different men with different personality, this one here is a rum, this one here is a killer, this one here is a gossiper, but none of them are good for you, because they themselves are at-risk kids, and they themselves are not making man decision. They're making more like little boys' decision, right? So yeah, it's crazy, So I hope I interpreted what the caller said. These topics, I speak from my heart and what I see. And I appreciate all the callers that call in and give their opinion. You see, I'm never going to criticize no one's opinion. You understand? I'm not about that. I like to hear people's opinion, because it makes it a good conversation, because sometimes when people speak, you can see they're telling the truth. And, it's better for you to hear the truth from someone who probably understands the map. I might be having the map upside down. This person might show me the map in the right way and show me in the right direction. So I appreciate all the callers. You guys are doing a wonderful job, and that's what Inside the Inner City are all about, for you guys to give your opinion. And my job is not to criticize you guys, because I'm not that type of person. I don't want to argue with people. I come from a rough background, but I'm one of the nicest set of people, person in the world. Anyone can tell you who I am involved with. All of them say I have a personality out of this world, and they love working with me. That's why I get so much accomplished. I get a lot accomplished. Anyone who partners with me, we still partners to this day. because they can't find no fault in me because they know my heart. You know? Yeah, so we're going to play the last flick. Be good?
So a lot of times we're schizo because we got a lot of people inside of us. It'll never go away. Women take on the men that they sleep with, even in personality.
Oh, wow. Oh,
so, yeah. Now you heard probably old heads say, be careful who you let braid your hair or who you eat after, right? Because spirits attract. Yes. But it's more like DNA. Damn. And I try to make it short, but these two scientists did an experiment where they were just testing saliva to see what it did. One scientist took his saliva and put it out there on the little test thing, and he left, and the other scientist studied it. The scientist went on a plane flight to somewhere, and the scientist who was observing the saliva, he noticed different interactions in the saliva at certain times. He documented those times. When he met back up with the other scientist, he mentioned to him the times that his saliva made distinct changes. And the guy he wrote down whenever he was upset, if he felt any type of emotion and why, and it lined up with the time frame that he kept. So he was about to miss his flight, and his saliva reacted to that, even though it wasn't in his mouth, man.
Wow.
So just imagine that saliva that you just spit out, and that dies after about, I think it was like 14 or 15 hours it dies. But Jeez. Imagine sperm inside of a body now where it's warm, it's, imagine kissing, smoking, eating after somebody, those, what you would call germs, that bacteria, it gets into a person. Jeez. So a lot of times we're schizo because we got a lot of people inside of us. Man. It'll never go.
Okay, you're listening. There were some clips that, I was talking with females, and you're getting to find out that when female have multiple partners, the semen that goes inside them, it stays inside them. Remember I talked about the end of the month. That's why females supposed to have the end of the month. You understand? They cleanse their body. So females, listen to me. Those shots y'all taking, I want y'all to be very careful. They're giving you cancer and giving you a lot of sickness, okay? Your body's not getting cleansed, okay? Go do your research, Many of you have stomach pains and all those stuff, Stomach cancer, do your research. Skin cancer, do your research. Some of you have these bumps over your eyelashes and stuff like that, and some of you put human hair in your head. Are you all people crazy? Let me ask you all a question. All these are bad spirit. Why would you all females, as beautiful as you all are, you all have your natural hair. You cut your hair off, your hair long to your back. Cut your hair off. Then you go put some Brazilian who in the Amazon, and you're watching on Facebook with these girls, them cutting their private part. Okay, their private part, and they have this bunko, all the hair hanging down, they're cutting it off. And that's what y'all call it Remy and all these stuff. And y'all taking these people here, or dead people here, and putting them in y'all here. Y'all got to be crazy. And I see why some of our women so crazy, because they have so much different spirit inside them. They have the spirit of bleaching, they have the spirit of sexual desire, they become manly, they don't want to listen to no man, they don't want to listen to nobody, they're making all these choices of their own. You wonder why? Because they have so much different, multiple partners that when someone loved them, they would reject the person who loved them and do anything for them because they have so much multiple partners, and the semen is inside them from so many different men. It confuses them. So sometimes you'd have a girlfriend and everything is going good, and you'd see her have this, like you come home and hard day's work, and you would see her mad for no reason. I don't want you to say nothing to me. Because she mixed up with somebody else, talking on the phone. Her sweetie, use a boyfriend or use a husband. She have a run-in with a boyfriend or a couple of boyfriends, and now you come home, instead of she happy to see you and ask you, baby, how you doing? And now listen, it goes two ways now. But I'm talking with the females now, but it goes two ways. Because you have some decent females, some decent wife. So I'm not saying it to everyone, but the majority of our females need to listen tonight. That's how crazy it is, people. I just get emotional about this stuff, and sometimes I even forget what I'm talking about because this has been so emotional for me because this is a real show, and I'm talking real life, okay? You're not going to find no show like this because I talk in real life. Real life. You know, it's difficult, man. Females, you know, that's why they so have this mixed emotion. You know, you come home and you're supposed to meet a hot meal and you wonder why she's so mad and you know, you just come home, you get paid, you give them a little $5,000 and the baby, you know, get your stuff, you know. You might go outside there, you know. She'd be happy for a minute. Then you look, next minute, oh, don't say nothing to me. Oh, you ain't doing nothing for me. Now, I could be the man as well now, because you have a decent woman who treat men well, and men take advantage of women as well. But we talking about the woman today. The woman them. All right? And then you wonder why. And then what most people don't understand is men don't really want to hit women. You know, you have some abusive men who hit women. But you have some men who women force them to hit them because, you know, the man is doing what he's supposed to do and he's trying to be a gentleman. But this female who you have is rejecting them, is talking them bad. You know, no matter what he do for her, it's always a problem, non-appreciative. You know, and then abusive too. And you have to get a man real mad for him to hit a female. And when he does that, he does it with power. And when he does that, he regrets it immediately because when the female is on the ground or if he hurt her and he see blood or bust a mouth or black eye, you know, we used to all see female with black eye back in the day, you know. Now, there are some abusive men, but a lot of times female is cause men to hit them because they are in different relationship with other guys. You understand? The man get jealous because the man is doing the best he can to meet every need that the female needs, the best of his ability. And he's getting disrespected, you know, straight through. And sometimes in conversation or argument comes up, he gets agitated. And then it goes to the police station, and then the police takes the sides of the female. You know, and the man don't stand no chance. You understand? So females, you know, you're beautiful, okay? Limit yourself on how much man you sleep with. If you're in a relationship and you just break up, man, give yourself a break, man. You know, you just come with a divorce. Give yourself a break. You know, give yourself only 6, 7 months or a year or 2 years. Sometimes it takes longer. Some people never get over. You know, but give yourself a break. Don't just go look for the next man and then when he don't fit, y'all think I want to know, you break up with him, but you're back and forth with that one, this one, that one, this one, this one, that one. You don't know what sickness you could get. Your body is a temple of the Lord. Respect your body. You're beautiful. You know, if you're a beautiful woman, right? What you need to go then have multiple men for? If you're so beautiful, why you have 6, 7 niggas? Doesn't make any sense. You ain't beautiful. You beautiful. You get nice shape. You get nice color. You get nice breasts. You get all this stuff, right? What you need multiple men for? If you're so beautiful, and you're putting all these eyelashes on, and then again, how are females dressed? Listen, you have some of these girls with the nicest shape in the world, and they wearing these panties and these little short things, man. I say you can see all their front. Excuse my language. I say all their front. You're sitting down talking to them. If you don't want, look, you can look. If I ain't a rapist, you might make me want to rape. All right? Because you're sharing all the stuff. You know, you're talking to these beautiful girls or girls on the whole, and they get their leg wide open. I say, why? I mean, back in the day, women always had their leg closed. What's going on now today? Huh? Air conditioning. Huh? You look nice, you're solid. Why you have to be all them tight clothes and short dresses and you're bending over and you're going to the gas station with, you know what I mean? You're going to church with all your panty lines showing. I can imagine the pastor. I know some of the pastors be getting hard on. Excuse me, I forget it on radio. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Ali. Sorry about that. Excuse me, general public. But you can imagine you as a pastor. You know, you're trying to, you as a pastor. And you know, these BME girls, some of them solid and look so good. You can imagine you don't look good. When you look, you see this nice girl come to the funeral with this little short, black and white thing passing me. And she's sitting down and you on the podium. Oh, you talking about, oh, Lord, this and Lord, that. And the girl get a leg like that. Huh? Pastor, you don't want to look, but you got to look it. Because if you ain't no sissy, And this is what's going on in our country. You know, and pay in mind. Look at our little girls. Look at how the mothers is dressed their little daughters. Look at our little daughters. Wearing these little short skirts, short, tight pants. Little girls, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some little children get Remy on their hair. Makeup. Tightest set of dress. What you trying to do? Huh? What this is? That's your daughter? She only 4 or 5. What you couldn't put all these clothes on her for and put falls here on her for? Huh? Okay. Let me give you a prime example. In those countries where women wear veil, okay? I used to watch a lot of those movies. You know why the woman is wear veils? Listen why the woman is wear veils. To stop the temptation of married people or boyfriend and girlfriend from seeing the woman's shape and seeing her beauty. So when they under those veils and stuff like that in their dress, you'll never see their figure. You never see their breasts. You never see their panty line. You never see their shape. Neither their beauty because their face is covered. The only thing is probably sees their eyes. So when they go out in public, right? So when they go out in public, they look the same. So men in the Arab world don't look at women like that because they can't see their body. You understand? So it's less to be, drawn into temptation because the woman, them, all them look alike, all them in veil and stuff like that. So you're not seeing their shape, you're not seeing their panty line, you're not seeing their beauty. But I was watching the movie, and you see when the woman go home. So when she go home, you know, and she undressed, you seeing this nice body, beautiful face, blue eyes, you know. Imagine, so once you see her, you get a little stiffy. Excuse me, you know, I can talk just the real stuff. You understand? But you wouldn't get a stiffy for her outside the house. She undressing herself to her husband to be a husband or a boyfriend. So he could get aroused and make him happy. But when she leave that house, you'll never see the panty line, her leg ain't tear wide open where the sun can see. Okay? Her breast is covered, her face is covered. You understand? Her legs is even covered. Let me show everything over here. So that's why we get so much sexually transmitted diseases in our country today. Okay? So we need to empower women. We need to empower the males as well. I making any sense to anyone tonight? If you want to call in and give your opinion, the numbers are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Some of the females out there could call in as well, if they feel fit. See, when you're talking the truth, people listen because every one of you out there know I'm talking the truth. Many of you say I'm a different radio host. Say I have a special agreement with Guardian. They want to hear the inside stuff. All right? They want to hear, I'm going to give you the inside stuff. And I'm going to say it to you raw. And I don't care how you like it because I'm telling the truth. Okay? And the only thing I'm here for is I want to see a better country. I want to see our females become women again and leaders. I want to see our men become leaders again. I want to see our kids happy in the community again. You understand? I want to see husband and wife and boyfriend and girlfriend walking on the road holding hands again. You know, I want to see the family structure be united again in this country. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the show tonight, and I just wanted to let everyone know that dress your daughters properly. You know, those little children which y'all get, these little girls y'all get, they don't need to be wearing them tight shirt or tight little dress at 3 and 4, man. Come on, man. I mean, you get all these perverts coming out of jail. You understand? You exposing your daughter to vulgar behavior and vulgar attention. and unwanted attention. Like I said, those women living in the Middle East, men don't really look at them because they wear those veils and wear those dresses, so they take away the temptation. But over here, you know that woman ain't even supposed to be wearing pants? All this in the book, you know. Woman ain't even supposed to be wearing pants. Woman ain't even supposed to be wearing pants. You know? And I say this again. There are females and males out there, they kill them without a gun. They giving you the thing. I ain't discriminating against nobody because anyone could catch AIDS, anyone can catch cancer. That is not my point. I'm not hitting on nobody who get no sickness because I could be sick or I could get sick. Okay? I ain't better than nobody. I'm just saying, I know females out there who I talk to personally, and they say, any man who want this, and they looking for this, I get in this scoochie. And they tell him, you know, you was a decent man. If I didn't know you, but I wouldn't do that to you. I talked to 2 or 3 girls who I was cool with, and, you know, we get cool, but you wasn't looking to get in their pants and you were always, you know, cool. Some of them talk and open themselves up. And I still respect them to this day because I respect them for what they said to me. And one or two tell me, say, Scoochie, if you'd like woman was a bad person, say me, I was going to give you this and that boy shirt rubbers. So when you're using rubbers, you see some of these girls going on you and they jumping up and down and jumping up and down, jumping up and down, jumping up and down, jumping up and down. They first meet you. Or you meet a girl and say, you know, I don't have sex with condom the first time you meet me. You was a fool, brother. Or a girl meet a guy and he's saying he don't like to use condom. Girl, let me tell you something. Panties was getting pulled up. He was getting kicked in his ass. And I don't want to see him no more. You understand? Excuse my language. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all listening. I know y'all hear this one or two persons, right? And it's not intentional. They just are broken people. Broken people hurt people. Okay? Let me just explain that to you. There are females out there who killing you without a gun, and there are males out there who killing you without a gun. Be careful. We're going to take this last call. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside the Inner City.
Good evening. How are you?
Good, I'm fine.
Well, Scrooge, you did it again. Like the old people would say, you got everybody that stood still. It's so much truth in what you're saying. Or you're making people realize the wrong they're doing and what is going on. And we're in a society where we overlook a lot of it. But you are speaking tonight on a topic that people don't want to discuss with their children. They don't want to discuss it in society, but they don't want to seem odd, for the want of a better word.
Yes, sir.
But you got everybody that stood still tonight. I really didn't have anything to call in for, but I got to let you know I'm listening.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you have a mentor. I hope you're mentoring somebody.
I am. I mentor a lot of people, sir. I want you to believe it. My whole community. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to ask you, to say that to you, too.
Thank you very much,
I hope
sir.
you're mentoring somebody. But like the old people say, you got everybody that stood still. You did it again. Stood still means you got everybody standing still and listening.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that's what they meant. Okay, I'm listening.
Thank you very much, son. I appreciate all the calls tonight. Yeah, I might be raw with it, people, but it is what it is. We are females out there right now who are broken and they giving you the thing. And you get males out there who out there themselves broken, hurt, and they want to hurt a lot of people and they giving you the thing. Okay? So like I say, if you're dating somebody and you hear them say, I don't use condom, or the female saying, I don't want you to use no condom, or the guy telling you he don't like it because it's uncomfortable or anyone uncomfortable, the hell with you. The hell with you. I ain't saying I discriminate now. I'm just telling you what's going on in our society. We can take this next call. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside Inner City. Are you there? Or you guys still left? Yeah. Caller, you there? Go ahead. They left again? Okay. Yeah, I just tell you the truth. I know deep freeze. I'm a very respectful person, but I know what's going on in this country. And I'm different from the rest of radio hosts. I come from the inner city community, and I want to see better. And I'm going to open up the eyes on many topics in this country that many talk show hosts would never speak upon, because the caller said that. I believe God here to send me to spread the message. I believe I was chosen to come on Guardian Radio. I believe that my life that I had before I found my calling, I was made for this. And I'm only here to preach to the nation. Be careful. Females, you are a gem. You don't need to be going to multiple men. If you're in one relationship and you break up, it doesn't work. Give yourself time to heal. Find someone who means you good, who you could see you have a future with. Okay? We're going to take the Scott. Go ahead, caller. If you're there.
Yes, Scrooge.
Go ahead. Good night.
You still there, Scrooge?
Yes, sir.
Good. I listened to the show like the other callers say, with intent again. However, my views on the females.
Go ahead, sir. You could give your view.
They are nation builders.
Yes, sir.
To me, they are world builders.
Yes, sir.
If you look at what we call Mother Earth today, we call her Mother Earth.
Yes, sir.
If you look at nature, if you want to see how life is supposed to go, you watch nature very closely, because we have lost our way
as
human beings. That in charge of the elephant, a herd of elephant, is a matriarch, a woman, who feeds the lions and take charge and do basically all the hunting, the female lions.
Yes, sir.
The males in this life were supposed to be protectors.
Yes, sir.
Of the females. However, some smart person way back when, because the females were named the weaker vessel, they usurped the authority from the females. And we as men, strong, muscular men, put ourselves at the forefront. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And if you look at the Bible, a lot of Jesus' disciples and persons around him, they had wives,
Yes, sir.
But guess what? Their wives would never mention some of them. Never. Women were relegated to the back of society. Shut your mouth, wear your breaker, don't say nothing. Because men, we as stronger men, we usurp the authorities from the females. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And that is my perception of the female species among us, as well as I have a difficulty with God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. What is a Holy Ghost? What is that? Because if we were made in His likeness and His image, and He say, go forth and multiply, then it must be three. It must be a father, it must be a son, and it must be a female in order to go forth and multiply. And that is my contribution to the woman in our today's society.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm all for you. I believe, like what you said, Mother Elephant, yes, the matriarch, yes, everything you said is true. I'm all for that, I'm all for that. You're correct, sir. They are the foundation. We just have to uplift them now. We have to get them back on the right track, for the man to be to protect us again. That's why I said, you don't want a wife that cooks and cleans every day. Me and you as boyfriend or husband and wife, we could take turns, doing it, because that's what it's all about, because we don't want a woman just cook, she get tired all year cooking, but we mix it up. And that's what it's supposed to be. The man is a protector. Means that, there's a bear outside. Okay, the woman ain't going to. The man got to go tire flat. The man got to go You know? You understand? Fixing the roof, that's the man's job. You know, cooking, also man and woman job, but these are things that the caller was talking about, you know. The woman, you know, matriarch elephant, she takes them to the desert, teach them the rope, guides them to places where there's no water, but she, through her experience, she knows exactly where to go. So she takes the next generation of elephants, and she leads them for 500 miles, sometimes even 1,000 miles. So woman, again, with a protector, you know, Adam, Eve, protector, you know, and we need that to be re-engaged in the country again. And I would just say to all the callers, you know, Bream and the three gentlemen who call in, you guys did one fantastic job here tonight. And I just want to highlight the fact that I do want the woman again to be a matriarch again, where the responsibility is along with the protector to guide the next generation. But we have to empower women, because I'm saying this to you now. I live in the community, and there's so many females around there looking for work. You understand? They can't find no work. So that's why I'm going to the empowerment stage now, because now I'm not only a community activist. Hey, I'm a community builder. We're building community centers. We're building up the community green spaces. We're cleaning up the community. And also we're going to provide small businesses set up in the community for the male and female of our community, so that we can be able to reestablish the family value again in this country, and to empower those who reside in the community right in their community. Yeah, so all the callers, you guys did a wonderful job. And to the ladies, I just want to say to you guys, to you ladies, we have some of the most beautiful ladies in the country. Some of the attitudes are really, really terrible and needs to be worked on. Same thing with the males, you know. They have to work on their attitude. They have to work on their future plans, you know, what they expected of a woman. You know, and the same thing, a woman, you got to be what you expect on a man, and what you're going to tolerate in the relationship, and how long you're going to be in a relationship. And what is our future plan, you know? That's what it's about. We're going to take this last call. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside in the City on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Hi, Scrooge. How you doing?
I'm fine. Good night to you.
All right. Yeah, I'm amazed, you know, when we have the conversation about women.
Wow.
Every man came from a what?
Yes.
Came from a woman.
Yes, sir.
I mean, women are so sacred that God trusts them with life to incubate life.
Yes, sir.
You know, so when sometimes people talk disparaging about a woman, come on, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It is serious.
Yeah, it is very serious.
You know, God trusts women with life for 9 months. They bring forth, you know, they incubate, and not only that, they cultivate even after that.
Yes, sir.
So I am amazed when people talk about rights of a woman and, you know, their views about a woman. Every man on this earth came from a woman.
Yes, sir.
Now they starting to try to start in vitro examination and all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Where they're gonna have test tube babies, where they're trying to go around women incubating.
Yep.
But come on, man, let's show some respect. Every man came from a woman. All right, brother?
Yes, sir, I agree.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much for calling in.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with the gentleman said. You know, I just highlighting the facts of how our woman has changed from the traditional woman to what they are now. You know, we're seeing the murders where females getting killed. We are seeing where they get charged before the courts. Okay, we are seeing how some of them dress and carry themselves in their attire. These are things we are talking about. You know, we want our woman to know their value again, that they are sacred, that their body is the temple of the Lord. You know, that's what the show is about tonight. I want to show them how beautiful they are and they're God's creation, and that what they have is special. You know, very special. And that alone is precious. That alone is beauty. That is true beauty. You know, that is the true beauty. And then to be able to bring a child in the world, you know, and to see them walking talking to that child and carrying them to school. I'm all for this, but I'm saying overall, we have to get their integrity back. We have to let them empower themselves, train them to be their dress code. I always talked about this. Let's look at Lady Penland. Okay? Let's look at Lady Penland. You notice how she dressed? She always dressed elegant. Let's look at First Lady, Miss Davis. Look how she dressed. Beautiful, nice. A lady, hot, nice. So if you were a guy walking on the street and you see a woman like that, you wouldn't even seek her up. You wouldn't even know how to approach her. You understand? You'd have more respect for her. But a girl who wearing a short skirt, showing all the breasts, right? Walking down the street, you would have 30 guys before she walk on that street, would then seek her up and then say something else. But that one who wearing that dress, everyone say, boy, you can see that's a decent girl. And they'd be more respectful. And that's what I'm talking about. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. I does not talk bad about women. I'm not talking bad about women. I'm setting some examples that are bad about women. That are affecting us to this day. Because remember now, like the gentleman said, who just called it, he said that the woman, incubates with a child in the stomach for 9 months and they bring all the children in the world. Right? So, if they're bringing all the children in the world, right? And they're leading by example, right? And they're doing this to men. But woman is the one who have the male child. So you have a lot of women talking bad about man. I don't like man and this and that. But you have a male child. So you're talking about your child itself. See, it's so serious that sometimes you fool yourself. You'd say, I don't like no man. Man can do nothing for me, this and that. But you have a son. So you're saying that, and then a next woman's going to say the same thing about your son. So it's just a cycle, Okay, you take this last call? Boy, the caller's coming in. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good night, Scrooge.
Good night to you.
Yeah, man, I just want to let you know that you speak in reality, man. You're not talking about the women. You're just speaking to the reality that we face in society.
Yes, sir.
All right, and if we don't speak to it, then we can never really find a solution.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I just want to say that
Thank
I
you.
enjoy the show, man, and just keep it up.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank
peace
you
and
very
love, man.
much. Yes, thank you very much. For all the callers who call in, I might not know you all personally, but I want to know, I want you to know deep down inside, I appreciate you for you calling the show because we're making a lot of sense and a lot of people are listening. And if it's making sense to you guys, then it's making sense to everyone else. And that's what the show is all about. We're talking reality here. And we have a problem with the identity of females in this country. We're so focused on the male. But the females are just or more important because they are the mothers of the nation. The daddies are the father of the nation, but they are the mothers of the nation. And we cannot let them get out of control like the way they're out of control now. So let's play the thing again about Adrian Fox before we go, please. We can play the next clip with Adrian Fox before we go. The Fox Foundation, you think we could? If you could. I want you all to listen. If you want to start just small business, Adrian Fox Foundation, him and his daughter, I think it's his daughter, give them a call. Try it out. They're giving out small grants for females. Go ahead.
Is to target female ages 16 to 35 to provide them with an opportunity to receive grants to either start or grow a new business.
And that opportunity, according to the co-founder of the Fox Foundation, Adriana Fox, can be life-changing. The foundation has launched its first women's entrepreneurship episode, giving young women a chance to become girl bosses.
We do believe that females that age need the support to definitely get their entrepreneurship journey going.
Fox says they've recognized the roadblocks women face in starting a business, and they're here to help.
The issues that persons ages 16 to 35 do, I guess, face on starting a business. And we believe that with us assisting them and showing them the support, that you are going to have probably a mentorship and also grants to accelerate your business and get it to the level of what it is. So we know that the age is 16 to 35, but we wanted to, assist those who are faced with those obstacles.
For volunteers Melissa McCartney and Janice Carey, they believe it will help expand opportunities. So what exactly will they be looking for during the selection process?
A panel of professionals who will do a thorough evaluation process whereby we would look at applications based on their innovation, the feasibility of their business ideas, their understanding of the financials, and how this business would be able to impact our community in the Bahamas.
Young females can apply by submitting a business proposal along with a 90-second video stating who they are, what their business is about, and how can this grant help further their business.
Now, Fox says the grants will be need-based with the hopes of giving businesses exactly what they need to thrive.
We haven't decided on what that amount is going to be. I want to see exactly what applications and videos and business ideas we do receive in order to say, pick right grants for the winners.
So if they've piqued your interest and you meet the criteria, here's how you can apply.
We've launched the application process where you can find that application on the Fox Foundation Instagram and Facebook page. Once you hit the link, you would receive the application. You would then download that application and send that application into foxfoundationbah@gmail.com with your 90 seconds video.
Okay, I hope you ladies got that. Be encouraged. Check it out. They said, your idea, what business you'd like to start. It's a great opportunity, and I would like to see the small business, Samantha Roll from the Small Business Development Office of the Prime Minister. She has made a statement stating that they're going to be going inside the inner city community and the Nassau at large, the Bahamas at large, and looking to help people start their small businesses. So along with the Fox Foundation is doing their thing, Lenahan is going to be doing their thing. My organization, Movement for Change, you're going to hear a lot about this. And we're going to commit ourselves to at least helping 15 people start their small business every year, as long as I'm living. Even when I pass away, I'm hoping that the Movement for Change organization would keep on getting funds until we are able to get ahead of this crime problem. I feel that we could get ahead of it if we start this empowerment program for females and males. I feel that we could get ahead of the crime problem if we introduce trade, small business inside the schools, and also giving stipends to the kids, gratuity and et cetera, et cetera. I feel that if we put, trades in the school, fishing, small business, I would say farming, et cetera, along with tourism, the junk canoe business, and I think that we can make a change in the next 20 years. It's a 20-year spin for us to get ahead of this problem. And if we start empowering people now, it'll grow, and we would be able to build stronger communities. We'd be able to have a village again. And then a lot of people who have growing funds and small business development in the area, they would be able to help a lot of different people in the area, the at-risk, people who need to get fixed. Once people start small business, you keep them together and they bond together, they would start to invest in the community, and transform the community. And the community would keep on transforming from negativity to positivity. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. I would say to all the callers, you guys did a fantastic job. And it's always my pleasure to be able to have a voice on Guardian Radio to talk about the problems we face in the country. And like I said, I might be a little raw, but I have to be. If I don't, I feel, I'd be sugarcoating. And this ain't no time to be sugarcoating, because all our lives are on stake. The Bahamas' reputation is on stake, because we're hearing about the travel advisory. We have to get this right. So to all the females out there, I just want you to know that you're beautiful. You are the mothers of the nation. Okay, you are nation builders. Know your value. Know that your body is a temple of the Lord. Don't contaminate it. Okay? Remember what I tell you, ladies, those shots y'all taking, that stops y'all end of the month, it gives you cancer. Okay? Those wigs y'all be putting on your hair, they create demons. Okay? All right? You're beautiful. You know? You're beautiful. You're natural. Okay? Don't let no one tell you got to bleach your skin or you have to bleach your skin to become somebody else. You are who you are. All right? And you can become even more beautiful. Okay? So, ladies, check out the Fox Foundation. Take care of yourself. Honor yourself. Understand that the body that you have is a temple of the Lord. And if you don't take care of it, then, you know, your beauty will be gone. Eh? And that'd be the end of you. So take care of yourself. I'm your host, Valentino Brown, host of the talk show Inside Inner City, airs every Friday at 6:30 to 8 p.m. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you who listen. I hope I did a good job of explaining the circumstances surrounding our females. This was not a show to degrade our females. This was a show to educate and encourage our females, you know, and encourage the nation that we have a problem. We need to address it. And you ladies are our future. And we want the best for you because we have husbands coming up. And we have boyfriends coming up. And we want them to have a compatible person who is going to help them have a better future in this Bahama land. So I'm signing off on Guardian Radio. I'm Valentino Brown, host of the talk show Inside Inner City. I'll see you next.